And good morning, Savannah and the Low Country, and welcome to where?
Center Sports Universe.
Right here over our shoulder. Where is that?
Coach's Corner.
Coach's Corner. It's the coach, Karl DeMasi, and the AD.
Chad Griffin.
Or the coach.
Chad Griffin.
And the AD, Karl DeMasi. We can switch roles now because I started doing this. But remember, it's the Karl DeMasi Sports Report every Saturday morning, live right here from Coach's Corner. We're inside. It would be nice to start going back out to the Sound Garden, but we don't know how the weather's going to be. That's where we started in 105-degree weather. But you know what? It's great to be in the lovely and cozy confines of Coach's Corner. TVs are starting to come on. John Henderson and his crew is busy cleaning up. Hey, you want an event here?
Yeah.
Tell them.
Have a wedding.
Have a wedding.
Have a wedding.
The man had a wedding here last night.
That shows you how much people love Coach's Corner. Like, we want to get married. Hey, maybe out by maybe out by here. What about Coach's Corner? That sounds fantastic.
I guess it is the center of the universe here.
It is.
I mean, that's what our Rubbin' and Grubbin' shows tell us. There are 3 Coach's Corners shows on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. It's, of course, the Karl DeMasi Sports Report, the Coach and AD, Wednesday nights, Saturday mornings. Then we got Rubbin' and Grubbin'. You love NASCAR, you love racing, you got to check it out. Brandon Baines, Dan Foles, Lawrence Bennett, the brains behind the whole thing. Wednesday nights at 6 o'clock. Hey, it's going to be 5 o'clock this week because it's Turkey Day, but there's something going on in the Sound Garden that they want to go to. So we'll be on at 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
All right. So, and then, of course, we got a podcast, the Hot Grid Podcast. Check it out. Spencer Maddox, Cavalier, Travis Jadon, a Hornet. They come together. Great show, podcast. And we did have a 4th show. Okay. It went on for 4 days during the Masters called the 19th Hole. Okay. Sean and Brett Herb, the Herb brothers. And I'm telling you, it was Herbalarious. There we go. Herbalarious. And it was a little adultish, but you know what?
Adultish.
I mean, it was a lot of fun. So they'll be back for the first big tournament coming up next year. I don't know which one it is, but they'll be back. The Masters.
The Masters. Back.
Okay.
First major back in April.
So you got to check it out. A lot of fun. John Henderson has a couple of tricks coming up his sleeve. If you love golf, he's going to be making an announcement. There's going to be something really special going on here where you can play golf all the time. We won't let the cat in the bag this show anyway. But great night of high school football. Great night. Basketball started last night.
That's why his voice is cracking here, guys.
Return to the hardwood after 2 years, and it was a lot of fun. I missed it. I'm glad I'm going to do it. So once again, great show. We're going to talk Georgia high school football after we do our highlights with the man himself, Georgia Public Broadcasting guru, sports reporter, sports journalist. Whatever you want him to do, he does it. Soccer, football, basketball, you name it. John Nelson.
Yeah, man. Looking forward to have John on. Always great. We can talk some about matchups and brackets and what they expect from big classifications.
Okay. And then we'll do our Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic after the week. This young lady just ran all over the course for cross country. She finished 4th in the Class A private, right? Class A private?
Yes.
They didn't put them together?
No.
Okay.
Private.
Class A private cross country meet 2 weeks ago. She broke 20 minutes last week at the Tournament of Champions or the Race of Champions, and that's Kendall Lynes from Savannah Christian. And then we're going to bring on the man himself. The Bananas are going on a worldwide tour, and they're bringing the Shark with them. He's going to chop on some bananas today for us at about 9:45, 9:50. All right, let's go to the scoreboard last night because that's, I know, what everybody's waiting for, and then we're going to go to the highlights. You doing a scoreboard? I'm doing a scoreboard.
I got you. So
Thursday night
matinee. We had New Hampstead 48 over Johnson. Get 7 there. That was non-region matchup, 3A and 4A schools there. Then down in last night, Brunswick all over Effingham.
Yeah.
49. I mean, Effingham had a great game last week.
Yeah, Buddy Holdell going out on a losing note after
49-0. South Effingham picks up a big win.
First win of the year. Off the snide.
Off the snide. Good. Hey, good way to end the year. 28-14 over Bradwell. The city championship last night with Chatham County Schools. Big game, big win for our boy Jeb over there.
Jeb Stewart.
All right. Windsor Forest 10, Island 7.
Defensive battle.
Man, that's
we'll talk about it. We got highlights.
Yeah. All right. So Beach 34 over Groves 14, Jenkins 42 over Savannah High 6.
The black and blue division of high school.
Man.
Football.
Calvary comes out last night, 37-19 over Aquinas, and Savannah Christian picks up the Region 3A championship with it was closer than what the score indicates, 48-28 over Savannah Country Day.
All right, so here we go to the highlights. We got to thank the big guy, Frank Silkowski, and the big girl, because without the big guy, he needs a big girl. And Amy Zimmer filled in for him last night on the Frenzy. These are the 5 local area games from the Frenzy. So here we go. We're going to kick it off from Thursday night. All right, wait till I tell you to go. We got to turn the mic on when we do this. Ready?
I'm ready, man.
3, 2, 1, action, and
Football week 12 on Thursday night. New Hampstead with a 7-0 lead over Johnson. The Smasher defense trying to make sure the deficit doesn't grow. Fabian Powell with a sack for Johnson, but the New Hampstead offense was on its game. Pass goes to Natty Thomas. We've been calling that name a lot, man.
Yep.
Who takes it down near the end zone. Seconds later, Jamel Scott with his second rushing TD of the first quarter. Phoenix 2 scores over the Adams Smashers, 14-0. Second quarter, New Hampstead's offense still rolling?
They're still rolling. They're still rolling. Bumbling and stumbling.
Screen pass, executed to perfection. Thomas with another big pickup into Johnson territory. Gets knocked out of bounds there. It doesn't take long. Thomas going to walk into the end zone to put the Phoenix up 21-0, and they will roll in this one.
There's a Herb boy and a Herb son.
48-7 there. The Phoenix over Johnson.
We'll get into where they're going to play in the playoffs. So the next game was for the city championship. But you know what? In a season that has been upside down, uncommon. Okay, listen to this. New Hampstead, Windsor Forest beat New Hampstead 7-6, right? No, New Hampstead. No, New Hampstead beat Windsor Forest first game of the year. Okay, Islands beats New Hampstead, and now Windsor Forest beat. So there's no really city champion. It's a 3-way tie.
They'd have to go for tiebreaker.
Oh, we're going to go to that point differential. Forget about it. So once again, let's head out to the Islands. You want to do this? You want me to do it?
I'll do it.
All right, here we go.
Save your voice for later.
3.
Island Stadium for a showdown between two undefeated squads in league play. Island's opening drive, quarterback Jaden Adams to Abdul Laura, but the Knights defense all over as Jamar Foster with a quick takedown. The next play happens all over again. It's not an instant replay. Foster with back-to-back slow tackles and the Knights will take over. Quarterback Devon Howard lets it go, but to a Sharks Benjamin Andrews with a big INT. Islands are swarming now. However, the INT did not turn into a big play into a score. Second quarter action. Howard on the keeper. Scrambles. Being agile, mobile, Howard picks up a nice game before taken down by the Sharks. There we go. That was an interception. I'm ahead of myself here.
Well, what happened was I had to edit it, so I should have told you that I cut the first couple of seconds off.
Look at some ups there. Next play, Howard in the pocket is tight rope. Walker somehow stays on his feet. All right, sorry. We'll finish that. Gets the ball to the air, picked off by the Sharks. John Dickerson, a huge play by Islands once again. Sharks forcing a total of 4 turnovers last night.
But,
wow. 2 fumbles, 2 picks, and just the first half of the game was all about defense. And so here's the thing. So Windsor goes on win 10-6.
Right.
So very rarely do you ever turn the ball over 4 times
and win. Well, I talked to Dennis Knight after the game, the man from the Savannah Morning News, the night shift reporter. Yeah. He said it was an unbelievable game. Donovan DeValier went on a 63-yard touchdown run. Then Michael Caballero comes back, and he goes on a 63-yard run, but it's not a touchdown. It leads to a score. Windsor Forest scored with 10 minutes to go in the game. In the fourth quarter, it was 10-7. He said that Islands went on a 30-play drive, but couldn't put the ball in the end zone. 30 plays. He says, Coach, I've never seen this before. I said, I've never heard it before. 30 plays, and they don't score. So we got to get the night shift man to come on and talk about that. But Islands still finishes second place. They'll host a first-round playoff game next week, and that I'll tell you later all about that. All right, we're going to go to the region 1A private championship game. It was a championship game for Savannah Christian, but it was a lot closer than you think. All right, 3, 2, 1.
Here we go. Savannah Christian and Savannah Country Day. Savannah Christian looking to win their 6th in a row, and in the process take top spot in Region 3 private. And Raiders trailed in this one 20-14 late in the second quarter until Spencer Robichaud goes up to George Futch, who makes a tremendous catch for the score. The PAT give the Red Raiders a 21-20 lead. In the second half now, the Hornets regain the lead in their first possession of the half. Keith James finding the playoff pasture. 2-point conversion gave Country Day a 28-21 lead. That lead would not last about a nanosecond because Futch takes the ensuing kickoff. No one's going to catch him. Takes it 9 yards to the house. After the PAT, we're tied at 28. There we go.
Eli Brown.
Eli Brown, the second time the Raiders touched the ball in the second half, reached the pay dirt again. This time it's Eli Brown coming out of the back, hanging to a promised land. PAT no good, and Savannah Christian led 34-28. Then Brown would ice with another short touchdown in the fourth quarter to make it 42-28. Raiders would go on last score, and they win 48-28.
But this game was a lot closer into the fourth quarter, okay? Country Day hung in tight. Robichaud did not have a great night, but I'm telling you right now, George Futch, Eli Brown, Futch, the grab was unbelievable. I got to go back. Watch this. This was the deciding factor right here for me. Let's watch the okay, Mike, not mute. Okay, here you go. Watch this catch.
That's a great catch right there.
Unbelievable. So Futch had a great night. Savannah Christian wins the region title. They'll be the number 1 seed. Where they get a bye?
They get by because there's only 3 teams in Elka's region who they cross over with. But I tell you, that's how the bracket. We'll talk about that. You can tell this guy is that 1A private AD. Okay, Eagle Christian Landing. Eagles Landing Christian.
Sorry.
Eagles Landing Christian Academy.
Okay, whatever it is. Okay, Elka. That's what we go by, Elka. Okay, so now we're gonna go to the game that this man was at. Okay, all right. I'll wait till he's ready so we can keep up top with the video.
Hosting the Lynes Fighting Irish. 9 up at 7 with 5 minutes left in the first quarter. Fighting Irish quarterback James Slagle breaks away for the keeper. Extra point was blocked. So 13-7. Quant. Very next drive. Irish responds. Quarterback Jake makes a Merklinger to wide receiver Burton quarter. Puts his foot in the dirt and goes the distance for the Cavs. 85 yards to the house. Extra point will be good. And they got 14-13 in the second quarter. Fighting Irish trying to get something going. Cavs Jordan Jr. sneaks up for the big quarterback sack. Here he comes. And he'll trace him down from the backside. Great job there. Calgary's defense will continue to shine, and the Cavs will run away with this game in the second half. 37-19 final. All right, so defense really stepped up there. Fuchs Lewis, Terry Simmons, and a host of other Cavs really did a great job.
All right, all right. So, I got a big shout out. I had the pleasure of watching this guy coach when he was at Toombs County. He comes over to Calvary, he takes a year off, goes back to Swainsboro, to his hometown, comes back to Calvary. He's got 224 career wins, 100 of them coming at Calvary Day School. Last night was his 100th win as a Cavalier coach. You're not going to find a better guy. You're not going to find a guy that you want your son to play for or to be coached with because he's a father figure. Never hear the man yell. Never hear the man curse because we know football, there's a lot of coaches like that. They got to curse. They got to prove that they're big men. Just an outstanding, upstanding citizen, the man that believes in his faith. Mark Stroud, great job. I hope you get another 100 more because I know you're never going to retire like I'm never going to retire. Great night. 100 wins. He's got 224 wins, 105 losses. Okay, he's 100 wins with only 38 losses at Calvary Day School in his coaching career. Toombs County, 120 and 60, but he's going to break that at Calvary Day School if this man doesn't let him retire.
I'm not going to let him retire.
You can't say anything better about this guy. All right, last game of the night.
Jenkins and Savannah High.
Here we go. Go to the highlights. 3.
We are live from Garden City Stadium there. Jenkins taking on Savannah High. The fireworks start on the opening kickoff as a Blue Jackets. Only Samuel Fields. He is off to, what's this?
Off to the races. He could go all the way.
Nice run, man. He just saw the hole and hit it.
That's the only
strong takes. Yeah, but that would be the only
highlight.
Yeah, the PAT, no good. 6-0 Blue Jackets, but didn't take Jenkins long to respond. Capping off their first possession with a DeMasi Harris. Man, golly. Touchdown run, extra point gives Jenkins 7-6 lead. Not go catch DeMasi. On the next possession, the Warriors find the end zone again. This time it's Blake Williams with the honors as Jenkins takes a 14-6 lead, and then they would go on to win 42-6 the final.
And I got to give a shout out to the Jenkins High School football program because they finished the season 4-3. A lot of ups and downs, a lot of things going on. It's their 7th straight winning season. You go back to Tim Adams, who started all this. I don't care what anybody says. Tim Adams started it Jason carried on to a new height. Coach Clemens, Gene Clemens, is in there now. It's their 5th straight playoff appearance. You just got to love what's going on there at their end.
Yeah, man, they're doing a great job. They're getting a new school as well.
Yep.
So a lot of exciting things happening over there at Jenkins.
So, all right, we're gonna dive into as I said on my post, if I can get my other computer to work so I can put up my tweets, we're gonna tackle the Georgia High School State Association football players with the Georgia Public Broadcast sports journalist, sports reporter. I call him the guru of high school football here in Georgia, taken after his buddy Tommy Palmer. We have the man himself, one cute sports guy, John Nelson. He's waiting. He's in the wings. He's in the house. He's in the room waiting.
Can't wait to get to him, man. A lot of breakdown.
So once again, you're watching the Karl DeMasi Sports Report. The Coach and AD live from where?
Center Sports Universe.
And that's Coach's Corner. We'll be right back after we thank our sponsors.
Also, talk to your wedding planner.
And yeah, talk to your wedding planner. You can have a wedding out here. John Nelson, hold tight. 3 minutes to go.
It's all sports, all the time. That's Coach's Corner and Thunderbolt. Coach's Corner has been voted the best in Savannah for 20 years running, and it's no wonder why. Sports, live music, delicious and generous portions of pub food, all for our fans. No matter what the season, there's always a reason to check out Coach's Corner. It's always game time at Coach's Corner. Pick your favorite sport, pick your favorite team, and pick a TV, and Coach's Corner is your place. Coach's Corner is always open for lunch, dinner, and now breakfast, Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 10:30. But remember, Coach's Corner still has takeout service. John Harrison and Coach's Corner crew has smoked Boston butts, ribs, and chicken on the grill. You can place your order by calling Coach's Corner at 912-352-2933. That's 912-352-2933. As always, make it a night to remember at Coach's Corner.
At Calvary Day School, we want our students to be fully equipped and on the cutting edge of academics, making a difference in our world. Your child will grow academically, physically, socially, and spiritually. At Calvary, it is so good to say we are one school with one mission and one vision: faith, academics, excellence, and building champions through Christ. Calvary Day School would consider it a privilege to meet with your family personally. Call Philip Lee, Director of Admissions, at 351-2299. That's 351-2299.
For over half a century, it comes in uniforms, sporting goods, or trophies, Thompson's got you covered. From cleats to caps to the best prices on the biggest brands, Under Armour, Ediss, and more. From baseball to soccer, volleyball to softball, and yes, football too. Every season starts at Thompson Sports Shop. From cutting and equipped at Thompson Sports Shop's new location, 6606 Abercorn Street, Suite 102 in Savannah. Open Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and seasonal on Saturdays. At locally owned Thompson Sporting Goods and Trophies, come see where everyone is a winner.
You still want some real New York deli and Italian food? Bada bing, bada boom. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering is open at 7630 Skidaway Road in Savannah, Georgia during this social distancing problem. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering will take calls for pickup at 912-354-2914. That's 912-354-2914 on the phone, capiche? If you want Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering goods delivered, go to savtakeout.com, savtakeout.com to place the order. Remember, Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering, we ain't New York style, we are New York.
Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic. Your back hurts, another body part hurts all the time, it makes you mad, the pain drives you crazy, you just want to pick something up and throw it across the room? If you can, at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic, you get complete chiropractic care and pain relief to help you move better, have a less painful life, and of course, achieve a healthier lifestyle. The Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic is now located at 2 locations in Savannah, Georgia, at 329 Eisenhower Drive and in Pooler at 114 Canal Street, Suite 603. So visit Dr. Bart Wetherington at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic for all your chiropractic needs.
And welcome back. Good morning, Savannah. Good morning, Low Country. If you're listening to us, it's the Coach and AD on the Karl DeMasi Sports Report every Saturday morning from Coach's Corner. And it's from the Center of the Sports Universe. And, of course, it's on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. And we're having a lot of fun. Last night, big football games here in Savannah, Georgia. Big-time football games all over the place. This man was on his show again, his Friday night show again, doing the archery game. He always has a lot of fun. And I've coined him the guru of Georgia high school football, even though he does soccer and everything else. He's been for 25 years, this man's been running around doing sports here in the state of Georgia. He's from Georgia, okay, but we won't talk about his FSU days, will we?
Only if he wants to.
No, I don't think he wants to. Last time he got upset about that. So joining us now, live on the Coach's Corner hot seat, the man himself from Georgia Public Broadcasting Sports, John Nelson. Good morning, sir. How's it going?
Well, guys, let me fix my hair here for a second for those who are watching on the TV side of things.
Oh,
But,
you're still that one cute sports guy. That's all I got.
well, yeah, well, that's the thing. As long as the boss says that's what you are, that's all that matters. First off, Chad, congratulations on win number 100 at Calvary Day. I think you're pushing 2 1/4 now in your career here in the state of Georgia, but congrats on win number 100 there at Calvary Day. And I know that study hall starts for you with Landmark Christian coming up pretty quick.
Yeah, we are. We're excited. It was going to be a unique situation last night if Country Day would have beat Savannah Christian, which they had a lead starting to going in the third quarter. Tiebreakers was really going to put us super tight there. Christian comes out on top. But I love our bracket though, and that's one thing we'll get with you is breaking down some of the matchups and brackets that you see. But I almost like our bracket better because we avoid Elka.
Mm-hmm.
You avoid Prince Avenue. You avoid Savannah Christian. I mean, that one side of bracket is absolutely loaded.
Crazy.
We're looking at another Elka Prince Avenue matchup in the quarters.
Yeah.
We'll look at a fellowship Athens Academy matchup in the second round there. And so, I mean, there are some tough matchups. And that's what I want to get with you is looking up the brackets from around the state, man. What are some key matchups that you see that could be some really tough moves here?
Well, you went into it in single A private, so let me give you one that stands out to me, and we'll kind of go through each class. Look at single A public for a second. You could have a second round matchup, low right. For those of you following in your brackets and who have put them all in pen, you could have a second round matchup that is a replay of last year's AA title game, Brooks County and Dublin at the Shamrock Bowl. You could have that in the second round. Second round. That is absolutely crazy to me. But once again, it's just how things have rotated out this year. And you look all across the board. You look at an interesting matchup. I'll give you another one in the Mountain region with AA. One of the best running games in the state in Haralson County because of tiebreakers and losing late in the year ends up being the 4 seed out of Region 5. They have to pack a lunch, quoting our friend Tommy Palmer, pack a lunch and a dinner, go from Buchanan to Tiger to go play Rabun County and Gunner Stockton. That's a 4-1 matchup, and we all knew what Haralson County was doing early in the year, a top 10 ranked team in the class. They're having to pack a lunch and a dinner, go to Tiger to play Rabun County in the first round. Another 1-4. Bleckley County having to go to Vidalia. We know about Bleckley County and Adarius Mims, Big Mims, as we call him on the show. Big Mims in Bleckley County have to go to Vidalia, the region champs in Region 2. And I mean, that one for me is another one. Then we mentioned Islands in the past with the success that they've had this season. Islands isn't just pack a lunch and a dinner. Islands is pack a breakfast, a lunch, and a dinner because of their matchup. If memory serves, they've got to go to Cairo or West Lawrence is going to Cairo, but Islands, we're still trying to figure out who Islands is going to get out of Region 2. So
let me help you out, buddy. Let me help you out.
Go for it.
Athletic Director, Islands High School.
Yes.
We are hosting our first ever Georgia High School State playoff game. It's going to be in Savannah because the stadium across the street's not big enough because we have to have 4,000 seats.
Right.
But we will be hosting our first ever. It's either going to be Hardaway or LaGrange, one of those two schools.
Okay, yeah, because the tiebreakers there where LaGrange blocked a Hardaway field goal late in the game and they won by 1. So you've got all those games because the troop game today determines all of that seeding with Carver. So that one's going to be crazy as well. We got, I think, 8 or 9 games that are today that determine everything to fill out all the brackets across the board. And so, you look at all those lower classifications, you've got those, you've got Ware County who could be playing Creekside on the road in round number 2. And they're in the upper left part of the bracket. They've got St. Pius and Cartersville who are going to be playing each other probably in round 2 up there upper left. And so that just kind of barely touches what's going on as we've trimmed it to 256.
Well, tell me about
only 256.
Tell me about what you see in the upper classifications with Grayson and everything that's going on there. Garcia coming into the mix. What are you seeing out of that group, and what that looks like? And we know as the playoffs get going, and you start throwing all these other things that are in the mix. What's that look like for those guys?
Okay, so let's talk about Grayson. Grayson, as you're filling out your brackets, they're low right in the 7A bracket, and their first-round matchup is at home against Tift, and they would be facing a coin flip game once again, and this is if favorites work their way through. You could have a Grayson North Gwinnett quarterfinal on the right-hand side of your bracket. They're low right. The upper section, upper right, has a first-round matchup of Brookwood going to Moultrie to take on Colquitt. Because of tiebreakers, Brookwood trickled down to the 4 seed. And so you've got Norcross, Colquitt, Brookwood, Roswell, and Mill Creek, all upper right.
God.
So that to me is the absolute murderer's row in 7A, looking at upper right. That's crazy to have that as a bracket. On the left-hand side, upper left, you've got North Cobb, you've got Lowndes, who's a 2 seed, Archer and Milton. So that's your upper left in 7A. Low left in 7A, you've got Collins Hill, Camden, Parkview, and get this. Here's one of the stories of how crazy, and I know that you guys with tiebreakers know about how crazy last night was. Marietta, 2-7 coming into the game last night, beat Walton. They're in as a 4 seed at 3-7. They're still waiting to figure out who they play, but their mini bracket includes Parkview and Camden County. So your defending champs in 7A, 3-7, they win. Tiebreakers go their way in 7A. They're in the playoffs at 3-7.
That's what you love
crazy.
about high school football.
But
that's what we read. I forget where it was. I saw this week talking about the hardest brackets in the country, and Georgia 7A was like, 2-3 of the hardest brackets in the nation.
Yeah, well, and I think that when you look at, and you guys know this, that since Georgia is the number 3 state in the country when it comes for college recruits heading to the next level, and Jeff Fisher over at High School Football America has an algorithm, and I think that Georgia is now for the second year in a row the number 3 ranked state in the country. So when you have all of this talent on display, and you guys know this as well, it's not just in 7A. You look at how we were talking about how things are in AA, all of the lower classifications, where you could have a Prince Avenue Eagles Landing Christian quarterfinal. I mean, it's just crazy, and we know that that's all about the rotation, but all the talent that is here. I mean, you look at single A, coach, that you're a part of, and coach with Islands, with the growth of what we're seeing in Savannah. It's not just in 7A, it's in all of the classifications for the most part that you're seeing this growth and all this competitiveness year in and year out.
Well, John, it's been a very uncommon season, uncommon year, and the playoff brackets are just as crazy. But did you ever think we were going to get this far this year?
Yeah, I did. I honestly did. Once you got in the door, and you had coaches taking different approaches as to how they wanted to have their seasons run. I always go back to Jesse Hicks at Baldwin. And Jesse, because of the situation in Milledgeville, where a majority of his student athletes had parents who were either tied to the local hospital or tied to the local prison facility. And so what he wanted to do is he wanted to make sure that his kids, his student athletes, were as safe as possible and were as healthy as possible. He didn't want to have that kind of interaction where you're having parents coming home and you didn't want to have that doubt zone. So Jesse said, look, I'll see you in region play. We're just going to go here. And what we've seen from Baldwin is a top 10 ranked team in their class. You've had coaches who've had to learn, and you guys know this too. You've had coaches who have learned how to adjust their coaching styles, where it's now, if you're not feeling well as a student athlete, tell me before I see you that you're not feeling well. Stay at home, get healthy at home, keep me posted. I love you very much. I want you to be healthy, but stay at home, be with your family, get healthy there. And it's all about adjusting coaching philosophies, talking to folks like Brad Harbor down at Crisp, who's had to learn about being patient and all this kind of stuff. And when he's got a family that's filled with daughters, you know how patient you have to be first and foremost. But it's just about learning how to almost change your coaching philosophies. And these games, and once again, both of you know this, the games that we have are 1 week auditions to have another game. It's about all of those protocols that are in place that you've put in, that you've proven to your community. And I'm not just saying that, inside your school, but inside your cities as well, that all of this stuff we've done this week works. So we get the honor and the privilege to do it again. And you've seen a lot of schools that have done these 1 week auditions turn into 2 week auditions, turn into 10-week auditions, where we've actually had some teams have full 10-game schedules, non-region and region play. So it's been a big adjustment for coaches. It's been a big adjustment for administrators. It's been a big adjustment for families to get to this point. Will we have, sadly, an event happen? It would not surprise me. I hope to God it doesn't. But it wouldn't surprise me if we had a forfeit in the postseason because of COVID-19 concerns. But that's just where we are this year. Well,
we have one right here in Savannah, Georgia Independent Schools Association. Memorial Day School was supposed to play Robert Toombs last night. They had a football player test positive, so they canceled this week's game, and they also canceled their first round of the playoffs against Thomas Jefferson Academy. So that's a forfeit. Thomas Jefferson will move on. We haven't had that in Georgia High School State Association yet, but right there, perfect example, John.
Yeah, no doubt. And, once again, I really commend you guys from a coaching and an administrative standpoint, all of the administrators, principals, teachers, parents, student athletes themselves, for adhering to all of the protocols, where you start with rooms of 10 or 15 kids in a weight room. Then you do that hour. You disinfect everything down. You bring in the next bunch. The discipline that it has taken across the board in this state to get to this point, I really do tip my hat to everyone across the board that has made this season, as crazy as it is, the success that it has been.
Well, John, I tell you, along with that, I think Georgia High School and Dr. Hines and those guys deserve a ton of credit. I know they take a ton of heat at different levels about different things, but I look across the nation as an athletic administrator, and you see and evaluate what other states have done. One, they never let the science trump what was going on. They constantly met with their
Trump. I get it.
They constantly met with their medical personnel. They still kept those meetings. You didn't hear about publicly so much in the fall, but they were still meeting with that advisory board every other week. And I think just Georgia High School and the medical advisory board, everything they put in to allow us to do this was tremendous. I mean, yes, we know that football is the big thing here in the South, in South Georgia. But still, they put in, like you said, we started with baby steps, with small groups, and expanded, and they put it back on the schools to make sure they were doing the right things. And you've just seen that. And here we are. We're through the season. We're getting ready to hit in the state playoffs. And Dr. Hines and those group and the medical, they deserve a ton of credit for, one, allowing us to do this, but putting parameters in place that they knew could work based on the science, and just allowing schools to go at it.
Yeah, and that's, all of the constant communication. And I know that on both of your phones, you have medical personnel, athletic personnel, and administrative folks on speed dial. I mean, it is not just where you're sitting there and you're trying to fish for a particular number. You guys can sit there and hit, speed dial 1, speed dial 2, speed dial 3, so you can talk to all of these individuals. And I know that both of your cellular bills have been burning up since August, talking to these folks to make sure that the protocols that have been put in place by the GHSA, who exhibited a boatload of patience in trying to make sure that they adhered to protocols, because all of the states that haven't had high school football this fall, haven't had high school. Yeah. I mean,
New York.
Yeah. California, West would be, as I'm sitting west with California with the CIF.
Not this way.
Yeah, no, from me sitting here in Office HD, West is that way. So all of the different states that aren't doing fall sports, all the different states that aren't doing football, because as we all know, once again, and as administrators, you guys know this, it's an economic engine.
Yes.
And what it does is it continues to make sure that the student athletes and the schools can continue to be the best that they can be, not just on the field, but in the communities as well. And so it's a three-dimensional thing that you have to look at. And I think that, once again, as you said, Coach, the GHSA gets a boatload of credit for making sure that they had a lot of their lines of communication open to talk to different folks, to have the protocols in place to get us to where we are 6 weeks from a finish.
Well, John, always a pleasure.
Awesome.
Can we reserve a spot next Saturday morning, too, after the first round?
Sure. Okay, on one condition.
Go ahead.
All right. You guys have seen on Countdown to Kickoff, Hannah Gooden and I at Georgia Public Broadcasting on Wednesdays at 5, and we're going to be doing one at Wednesday at 5 as well. What I want and what I would like to have, what I would love to have, is a football helmet that is gathering dust in a corner somewhere on both of your campuses, sent to Atlanta so we can add it to the set, so we can show off Islands and Calvary Day to the rest of the state.
Well, I mean, I played in a leather helmet, but he probably has a leather helmet. We've only been around for 6 years, so I'll send you something that's fairly close to having some dust on it.
There you go.
I got you, man.
Hey, how about getting Hannah on with us?
I will definitely see what Hannah's up to on a Saturday morning. I know that she's pretty busy right with her photography business, but I will check and definitely see what Hannah's up to on Saturdays. And if you want to bump me for Hannah, beauty before age, I completely understand.
We can do both. I can do up to 10. I can do up to 10 guests. I want to have you both on because it's great. People don't realize that the female sports reporter, sports journalist is such a big time now. Look at ESPN. Look at the games on the College Game Day. Hey, they're making big headwaves, and they know what they're talking about.
Hannah's one of the best in the business, and it's great that we get to watch and hang out with her and the Lassiter grad and the Lakeside grad going at it on Countdown to Kickoff. It's always fun.
A great man is a greater woman. And, you have your wife at home that loves the way you look, one cute sports guy. Yeah. But Hannah carries along sometimes there, buddy. Hannah brings you along.
Sometimes carries the load. Wait a minute now. Sometimes? More than sometimes, Coach. Come on, you know that.
Carry the rock there, John. All right, next Saturday morning, 9:15, we'll go at round 2.
You got it, guys.
Have a great one, John. Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, John.
Always the best, man.
I mean, he's the guru. He's the guru of high school football here in Georgia. Tommy Palmer, his best friend, God rest his soul, he's carrying on that tradition, and people don't realize that. He needs to be on every Friday night.
Oh, my gosh.
Talking to the state. I'm not going to get into what else is going on Friday nights, but the man knows his stuff. He's the guy.
He's the one that you want to turn on the dial and you want to listen to on Friday nights. But we're fortunate we get him as a friend. We get him on Saturday mornings. So we'll get those helmets to you. Next up,
Kendall, hang tight, Kendall.
The best part of the show coming.
The Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic after the week. That's why this show started almost 10 years ago. Just keep running. She's still running. I see she's probably on a treadmill right now. Probably. Okay. Well, Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic athlete of the week from Savannah Christian, cross-country runner, 4th in private A, Kendall Lynes. Stay tuned because it's the Coach and AD every Saturday morning here live from the
Center Sports Universe.
And we'll be right back after this. We have to thank our sponsors.
See you in 3.
3 minutes, Kendall. Shark, stop eating the bananas.
It's all sports, all the time. That's Coach's Corner and Thunderbolt. Coach's Corner has been voted the best in Savannah for 20 years running, and it's no wonder why. Sports, live music, delicious and generous portions of pub food, all for our fans. No matter what the season, there's always a reason to check out Coach's Corner. It's always game time at Coach's Corner. Pick your favorite sport, pick your favorite team, and pick a TV, and Coach's Corner is your place. Coach's Corner is always open for lunch, dinner, and now breakfast, Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 10:30. But remember, Coach's Corner still has takeout service. John Harrison and Coach's Corner crew has smoked Boston butts, ribs, and chicken on the grill. You can place your order by calling Coach's Corner at 912-352-2933. That's 912-352-2933. As always, make it a night to remember at Coach's Corner.
At Calvary Day School, we want our students to be fully equipped and on the cutting edge of academics, making a difference in our world. Your child will grow academically, physically, socially, and spiritually. At Calvary, it is so good to say we are one school with one mission and one vision: faith, academics, excellence, and building champions through Christ. Calvary Day School would consider it a privilege to meet with your family personally. Call Philip Lee, Director of Admissions at 351-2299. That's 351-2299.
For over half a century, when it comes to uniforms, sporting goods, or trophies, Thompson's got you covered. From cleats to caps to the best prices on the biggest brands, Under Armour, Ediss, and more. From baseball to soccer, volleyball to softball, and yes, football too. Every season starts at Thompson Sports Shop. From cutting and equipped at Thompson Sports Shop to new location, 6606 Abercorn Street, Suite 102. In Savannah, open Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and seasonal on Saturdays. At locally owned Thompson Sporting Goods and Trophies, come see where everyone is a winner.
You still want some real New York deli and Italian food? Bada bing, bada boom. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering is open at 7630 Skidaway Road in Savannah, Georgia during this social distancing problem. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering will take calls for pickup at 912-354-2914. That's 912-354-2914 on the phone, cabiche? If you want Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering goods delivered, go to savtakeout.com, savtakeout.com to place the order. Remember, Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering, we ain't New York style, we are New York.
Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic. Your back hurts, another body part hurts all the time. It makes you mad. The pain drives you crazy. You just want to pick something up and throw it across the room? If you can. At the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic, you get complete chiropractic care and pain relief to help you move better, have a less painful life, and of course, achieve a healthier lifestyle. The Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic is now located at two locations in Savannah, Georgia, at 329 Eisenhower Drive and in Fuller at 114 Canal Street, Suite 603. So visit Dr. Bart Wetherington at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic for all your chiropractic needs.
And good Saturday morning, sports fans. It's one fanatic, another fanatic, to all those fanatics out there. It's the Coach and AD on the Karl DeMasi Sports Report, live from
Coach Corner, Sirius Sports Universe.
And it's all on the Coaches
Sports Network.
Corner Sports Network. It's a lot of fun. Saturday morning, we'd like to thank you, whether you listen to us for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever it may be. It's all about the kids. It's all about local sports. It's all about sports. And we have a lot of fun doing this. This is the reason why I started doing this way back when in 2000 when I started the Prep Sports Report magazine, got a chance to come on the radio. Got to thank Bill Edwards at WTKS. He's the guy that brought me on. Well, I really got to go back to JT and Company on 102.1 when it was a big morning radio show. They started bringing me on, and then Bill Edwards. It's just been a lot of fun. This is why we do it. The Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete of the Week. This young lady finished 4th in the Georgia High School State Class A private school cross country meet 2 weekends ago. She went up to the race of the champions last week. She broke the 20-minute mark. She set her personal best. I hope I read it right. I think she ran 19 minutes and 20 seconds. But I'm telling you right now, she's one of the stellar cross-country runners in the Savannah area. She's from Savannah Christian. She's joining us live now on the Coach's Corner hot seat from Savannah Christian, cross-country runner Kendall Lynes. Kendall, thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
All right, we got to get you to talk a little louder there.
Or we got to get your volume turned up.
Or turn your volume up. Try it now. Give us a test. Nope. Try it again.
Yeah, quiet.
It just went mute. I got our volume up, right? How about now? Give us a test. 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. Can y'all hear me?
There you go.
Here we go.
You got to stay off that treadmill while you're doing this, young lady.
She's got it going now.
Hold on. Sorry, I can't hear you now.
You can't hear me now.
Can you hear us?
Can you hear us?
Try that again.
Can you hear us now?
Could be your connection. So it's close.
Test. 1, 2, 3. Test.
All right. Can y'all hear me?
We
Yes,
can hear you.
we got
Can
you.
you hear us?
All right.
Yes.
All right, we're in communication now. Great.
Yes.
Great.
Kendall, hey, once again, tremendous year you had this year, cross-country wise, breaking a personal best. Is that your PR last week overall? Or
Yes, sir.
Okay, awesome. And
Overall.
so, I mean, finishing 4th in the Class A, listen, reading the times from all the state, finals, what a great job up there, 4th overall. You pretty much dedicated yourself to cross country, right? Because I heard you used to be a really good soccer player. or do you still play soccer?
I used to. I think I stopped when I was about 12 or 13. And I played it for my school, and then I did like a club team, but I kind of quit after that.
Yeah, I remember you were a really good soccer player back in the day. And so I coached soccer, and so I was talking to someone the other day. I said, hey, we're having Kendall on. She goes, well, ask her about, she plays soccer, and she was really good at it. And I think who it was wish she'd go back to playing as well. So, but hey, cross athlete there, cross training.
Yep.
All those things.
Yep.
So, Kendall, talk to us about how a cross-country season progresses, okay? Because you always want to be running your best at the end of the year. So just talk about kind of your training regimen and what that looks like. I know DD Culture over there is a great cross-country coach, but, how does that progress for you guys from a COVID start all the way kind of to the end of the season?
Well, we had practices over the summer. And she would just have us come like a couple days a week and do like some track workouts and such. But I couldn't always make those. So I would just train at home and do either like long runs in my neighborhood or like kind of make my own workout and do like a interval workout down the street or something like that. So I think that played a huge part in it because we were able to practice with each other, but she'd have to check our temperature before practice. And we'd have to like stay socially distant away from each other sometimes. So
all right,
it was really different.
My question is for, you said you started playing soccer 12 to 13. When did you start getting to sports, and why concentrate just on cross country now?
Well, I started cross country freshman year of high school, and I started track in 8th grade, and I liked it. And it was kind of under Coach Dede. So I was like, okay, well, I'll try cross country. And I think playing soccer for so long had a huge impact on like me being able to be a good runner. Cause I started soccer when I was like 4 years old.
Wow.
And I played from 4 until like 12. And then I would do swim team in the summertime. So it was like
triathlete.
Yeah.
I was like, well, I like to run, and I just ran like probably 2 miles for a couple days a week leading up to freshman year. And I was like, I want to have like good abs. So I'll do like planks a couple days a week or something. So I did that. And then it ended up like really helping me during cross country. Like I did not know that you needed a core to be able to be a good runner. So that really helped. But
well,
yeah.
We talk about, the training regimen of it and kind of how you got started. Talk about what it's been like, your progression from your freshman year to now, and, how you've just seemed to really evolve, dedicate yourself to it. What is it like? What's the mentality? I always love to ask athletes this. What's the mentality that you got to have as a cross-country runner that I think might be different than some other sports? What is it about cross-country that you love so much, and that mentality of training?
Well, I think you definitely have to be strict on your training, because sometimes I'm just like, oh, I don't want to run today. But I'm like, I have to do it because if I don't, then I'm going to fall back and then I'm going to regret it later on. And then I guess after I run every time, I'm always like, I'm so glad I did that. Like, I feel like it's so much better now, like just fulfilled with my day or whatever. So I'm really strict on my training and trying to do run at least 6 days a week. And I'll usually take Sunday as a rest day. And the mentality, especially in races, I try and think about anything but the pain I'm in, because that usually just makes me want to slow down. So I'll try and sing a song in my head, GHSA, especially when it's really hurting. Or I'll think about what I'm going to have for dinner that night, because usually I'm hungry after a race.
That'll motivate me to run. That's the trick.
What I've been missing.
That's the trick.
That's
right
what
there.
I've been missing. That's what I've been missing. Getting out to run is I need to be thinking what I'm going to get to eat after I never thought about that.
I mean, you only dropped half a person here, so you got to be thinking about food.
I'm not. Oh God, no! I'm not thinking about food when I'm running. I'm just thinking about God when I get done here. But if I started thinking about food,
it might motivate
she does.
It might motivate.
That would be a great. That's brilliant, Kendall.
Hey, You're watching the Coach and AD. We're at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete of the Week right here at Coach's Corner. We're talking to Savannah Christian Jr. cross-country runner, Kendall Lynes. Just a great story. So, all right, let's talk about Savannah Christian. Going to Savannah Christian. What's the experience like? What's so special about going to Savannah Christian for Kendall Lynes?
Well, I've been going there since I was in kindergarten.
Oh, wow.
So
she's gonna be a 13-year student at Savannah Christian. Good
Great
deal.
job.
yeah, and I've always played sports, and like I love the environment, and I love that having like God incorporated into everything we do.
Nice.
Is just like, I think it's a great way to just live and stuff. So I've always been able to like have a good relationship with my teachers, and I've always been able to like keep my grades up while I'm playing sports and stuff. So I think it's like a huge part of it is education is important, but they also want the student to like be active in extracurriculars and stuff like that. So I just really love that part of it.
Well, Kendall, you talked about being a student athlete and what that means, and obviously the balance of it all. But I always like to this is kind of my question as well. Is hey, you're only a junior, but I know as dedicated as you are, you already got to be thinking about the future. What is it that Kendall wants to do? Are you wanting to run at the next level? Have you started that process? Do you want to go run in college? And hey, if you do, what are some schools and some areas academically that you're really interested in?
Well, I want to go to college and major in biology and be a physical therapist eventually. And I've looked at running in college, and I've talked to a couple people who ran in college, and I think I could benefit a lot from it. And I think I've worked really hard to get where I am, that it would be a shame to not go off and run somewhere, because I still have a ton of potential to work up to. And like, I have to just prove myself and show what I'm capable of.
All right. Well, you've been successful, and we know your athletics has been at the top of the list, your academics. But tell everybody out here something that they don't know about Kendall Lynes outside of academics and athletics. Artistic, a musician.
Definitely not artistic. Like I cannot draw at all. But a lot of people don't know that I'm left-handed. Like I have like friends that I've been with for a really long time, and they're like, "You're left-handed?" Like they'll just realize it. But I'm like, yeah. So I guess that's one thing. I don't know, but
that's fine. I mean,
yeah.
A lot of lefties get no credit.
So maybe what's some other outside activities that you have? Maybe some extracurricular stuff, outside the sports world that you enjoy.
Well, I'm a member of the Ronald McDonald House, so nice. I'll do volunteer work outside of school. And like this past Sunday, we had to do worked at Gulfstream Family Day, serving food and stuff. So that was fun because I had a lot of my friends there to do it with. And yeah, a lot of people are like, "Are you going to go home and run like after school or something?" I'm like, "No, I have a life outside of running." But I'm like, I don't know. I guess this might sound kind of nerdy, but I like to read sometimes. So that's one thing.
Nothing. Always be a learner. Let's talk about that. What do you enjoy reading? What's something? Is there like a series or something that you're reading or that you like to read, or different kinds? A lot of kids like, hey, outside the academic world, like I'm going to read something totally different, than what we do at school. So is there anything particular you like to read?
I like reading like mystery novels, but my favorite book of all time is To Kill a Mockingbird. So.
Nice.
That's a good one right there.
That was mandatory when I was back in school. They don't do that anymore.
It was mandatory when I was in school.
But the great philosophers, Socrates, Aristotle, I don't know who said it. Exercise is to the body as reading is to the mind. You can't get enough stuff to read. People don't realize that reading builds you up so much, and that's a great trait to have. All right, I'm going off the question list here. Okay, I know you don't play football. I made a mistake on that typo, but okay. Thanksgiving's coming up. You love to run and you think about food. Well, Thanksgiving, what are you thinking about? What's your favorite dish?
I really like turkey and mac and cheese. So
nice.
Yeah.
Smart girl. Well, talking about that and talking about some food, we also got to talk about family. usually you got to have a great support system behind. So talk about your family and what they've meant in your development as a runner in general. And so, your just support system has to be there.
I am so thankful for my parents because they play such a huge part in like encouraging me and like easing my nerves before a race and stuff. And my dad, he'll always like text me a huge paragraph about what's important about this race and how it won't be any different if you don't do good or if you do good. And my mom will always like look on Mile Split and figure out who's going to be at the race and who's got like a time close to mine. And then I'll always like look them up and stuff and figure out what they look like and what school they go to, But they're so crucial to my training regimen and to just my sports in general. Like ever since I can remember, they've always been there for me, and they always come to my meets. Like I'll always, if it's not two parents, there's one parent there that's like chasing me all over the course, cheering for me. So.
All right, last question, because we got the big man waiting in the background there, the Shark from the Savannah Bananas, Mark Ediss. Okay, Ediss, he'll correct me. But anyway, it's the Shark. Okay, so next level, you want to run at the next level? Any colleges contact you yet? What's your aspirations after high school cross country?
Well, I've gone on this website. It's called Captain U, and you can have you can put all your records on there, and the coaches will see it and stuff. And I've been looking at colleges that are far away and close, but I haven't really made a decision on if I want to go to like a huge D1 school far away or if I want to stay local and then later move to a D1. So
hey, once again, Kim, you've had a great year. You're only a junior, so my last thing for you to get out here when we get to the Shark, what's your aspiration or goal for your maybe a time that you're looking at for going into your senior year?
Well, my senior year, I really want to break 20 and start running an 18-minute 5K because that's just like, oh my God, you're not human. Like you really gotta be crazy to do that. So
you're not human.
that's one goal I want to try, and probably to get top 10 at state, maybe even win state next year if I can. But you never know. You got new competition coming in every year, so.
Well, you ran 19:20 last week, right?
Yes, sir.
You're getting there. Just keep on trudging, keep on working hard at it. You'll get there. But when you do decide on a college, we'd like to invite you to come on and tell everybody where you decide to go because, it's phenomenal watching what you are doing in this area and, having the best time in the States out of anybody in this area was a great accomplishment. And we wish you the best of luck. And as I always say, go Raiders, right?
Thank you.
Have a great Thanksgiving.
Enjoy it. Have a good holiday.
Y'all too. Thank you for having me.
Don't eat too much mac and cheese.
She'll run it off. She's got a metabolism that burn anything right now.
Thanks, Kendall.
Thank you.
Thank
you. Great kid. Great girl. You love seeing these kids excel, and it's just wonderful. And if you have a child, you have an athlete, you have anybody that it's your son, your daughter, your cousin, or whoever, just let us know. We'd love to have them on and talk about what their accomplishments are. Well, this next guy, he's been hanging around the Bananas for a long time. He's been the voice of historic Grayson Stadium for at least the last 4 years. I think he started with Bananas in 2016. He was a disc jockey. Hey, DJ, spin that disc, okay, here in Savannah. Then he took his talents down to Brunswick, but he does a great job. I can't wait to him. I'm chomping on the Bananas. You chopping on the Bananas?
Man, we're chopping on some bananas, and we're going to talk some turkey, and we're going to talk a lot of things, and he gets to take his show on the road out here.
He's going in that worldwide tour. He's going to be there. We're talking about Mark Ediss, the Shark, from the Savannah Bananas. You're listening to the Coach and AD on the Karl DeMasi Sports Board right here from
Senior Sports Universe, Coach's Corner. See you in 3 minutes.
And Mark, understand this. We got to thank our sponsors.
Be right back, man. Hang tight.
First, I got to get to the button there, Mark. You're better at that than I am.
It's all sports, all the time. That's Coach's Corner and Thunderbolt. Coach's Corner has been voted the best in Savannah for 20 years running, and it's no wonder why. Sports, live music, delicious and generous portions of pub food, all for our fans. No matter what the season, there's always a reason to check out Coach's Corner. It's always game time at Coach's Corner. Pick your favorite sport, pick your favorite team, and pick a TV, and Coach's Corner is your place. Coach's Corner is always open for lunch, dinner, and now breakfast, Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 10:30. But remember, Coach's Corner still has takeout service. John Harrison and Coach's Corner crew has smoked Boston butts, ribs, and chicken on the grill. You can place your order by calling Coach's Corner at 912-352-2933. That's 912-352-2933. As always, make it a night to remember at Coach's Corner.
At Calvary Day School, we want our students to be fully equipped and on the cutting edge of academics, making a difference in our world. Your child will grow academically, physically, socially, and spiritually. At Calvary, it is so good to say we are one school with one mission and one vision: faith, academics, excellence, and building champions through Christ. Calvary Day School would consider it a privilege to meet with your family personally. Call Philip Lee, Director of Admissions, at 351-2299. That's 351-2299.
For over half a century, when it comes to uniforms, sporting goods, or trophies, Thompson's got you covered. From cleats to caps to the best prices on the biggest brands, Under Armour, Ediss, and more. From baseball to soccer, volleyball to softball, and yes, football too. Every season starts at Thompson Sports Shop. From cutting and equipped at Thompson Sports Shop's new location, 6606 Abercorn Street, Suite 102 in Savannah. Open Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and seasonal on Saturdays. At locally owned Thompson Sporting Goods and Trophies, come see where everyone is a
Yo,
winner.
you still want some real New York deli and Italian food? Bada bing, bada boom. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering is open at 7630 Skidaway Road in Savannah, Georgia during this social distancing problem. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering will take calls for pickup at 912-354-2914. That's 912-354-2914 on the phone. Kabish. If you want Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering goods delivered, go to savtakeout.com, savtakeout.com to place the order. Remember, Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering, we ain't New York style, we are New York.
Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic. Your back hurts, another body part hurts all the time. It makes you mad. The pain drives you crazy. You just want to pick something up and throw it across the room? If you can, at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic, you get complete chiropractic care and pain relief to help you move better, have a less painful life, and of course, achieve a healthier lifestyle. The Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic is now located at 2 locations in Savannah, Georgia, at 329 Eisenhower Drive and in Pooler at 114 Canal Street, Suite 603. So visit Dr. Bart Wetherington at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic for all your chiropractic needs.
And welcome back to the Coach and AD right here at Coach's Corner on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. Chad Griffin, Karl DeMasi, having a lot of fun, just talking sports, local sports. And once again, the Savannah Bananas are at it again.
Man, they just had Fansgiving, which is
Fansgiving.
bananas
Right.
already. All right. And so now they're getting ready. They announced their world tour.
Right.
Okay. And you have 5 cities in the U.S. that made the cut. All right. And they're going to end up taking the show
On the road
to the Hank. All right. In Mobile, Alabama. All right. And so you're going to go down there and check out Forrest and see how they're doing, rolling some Tide
Forrest Gump.
down there in Alabama. So next, the guy needs no introduction. All right. They created him a Shark Tank. Last season, he has his own space up there at Grayson Stadium. And now they get to take that on the road. The man himself, the legend, the Shark.
You got to make sure he's on the Coach's Corner hot seat.
He's on the hot seat.
Not on the banana peel. He's on the hot seat.
Slipping.
There you go. Where's the Shark? Hey,
How you
Mark.
doing? You guys doing all right today?
Hey, it's Saturday morning. Whether we're on the internets, we're on the radio, wherever we may be, it's always a lot of fun talking local sports. And we had to get you on, one, because you are the voice of the Bananas of historic Grayson Stadium.
Yep.
And 2, it's Thanksgiving. You're like us. You love food.
Yeah, you think? Thanks for that, Captain Obvious. I do. I'm a fan.
Yeah, I'm just like you, buddy. You know, I haven't pushed a plate away from the table yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I heard that. Me neither.
So, all right. So the Savannah Bananas, Jesse
Yeah.
Cole, Garrett Orton, the whole crew, you, Emily. I mean, you guys just come up with ideas and ideas and ideas. What made you come up with a worldwide tour or a new city tour?
Yeah, so first of all, Fansgiving, thanks to everybody who came out. That crowd was probably the biggest crowd we've had all season long, and they came out and the weather was great. I wish every game could be like 66 degrees because it was beautiful, not sweating up in my box and all that. It was great. But thanks to everybody who came out for that. Yeah. One City World Tour had some really good nominations for cities to go to. Had over 1,000 cities that were nominated. The top 5 were narrowed down to Johnson City, Tennessee, New Orleans, Daytona Beach, Florida, College Station, Texas, and Mobile. And Mobile ended up winning out. So to go to there and play at the Hank Aaron Stadium, that's going to be incredible. 6,000 seat capacity. The city's super excited about it. And when I say we're bringing the whole show on the road, we're bringing everybody, the Banana Nanas, the Mananas, the Dad Bod cheerleading squad, those guys. We're bringing the pep band. We're bringing everybody. And to be able to take over that stadium and bring that show to Mobile is going to be great. And we're playing Banana Ball, which is a whole different kind of crazy in and of itself. So it's going to be a good time.
We've talked about all the cities, all right, and they narrowed down. So what was the most interesting city maybe that you got a bid from or whatever that you looked at? It didn't make the top 5, but you know what? That was definitely different. So was there a city in there that maybe didn't make the cut that was super interesting?
I don't remember the exact name, but it was in Houston, near the Houston area. So I think it was I can't think of it off the top of my head, but there were so many. New Orleans to me would have been amazing because that's such a great city. I've been there a handful of times, and that would have been cool. But I think where we ended up is where we were supposed to be, in the city that they just lost their minor league team too, the Bay Bears, and so they're thirsty for good stuff, and they're going to get a show like they've never seen before. So yeah, you mentioned how innovative Jesse and Jared and the whole team over there are, Barry as well. Status quo is never good enough, and so we're always trying to one up ourselves and make it that we want people leaving the game saying, I can't believe they just did that. Like on Fansgiving, we gave away 100 cans of cranberry sauce to a lucky fan. He was grateful. Gave some of those away to others. But like we had the turkey leg celebration after the first run was scored, like just a bunch of stuff that, again, you've seen at the stadium that you usually don't see during a ball game. And that's kind of what we go for. We want you to think like, wow, that's stupid that just happened, but it was awesome at the same time.
Ho. You had celebration, first run, turkey leg, whatever it was. Weren't you guys supposed to wait 66 minutes for the 66 days it took to come over here?
Correct. We did that. And we every 10 minutes we were throwing out rations of bread to the crowd, then banana bread. And I played the Hunger Games sound. Do, 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 do. That meant it was time for some rations to be thrown out to the crowd, and the place went crazy. We threw candy out at one point. I played that song, I Want Candy. Crowd sang it, and we just tossed candy in the crowd, and they were going crazy. The atmosphere that night was absolutely amazing. People were just aching to get out there again. They missed us, and we missed them just as much as they missed us, too. It was a lot of fun.
You're the music man. Who sang that song, I Want Candy?
Bow Wow Wow.
Bow Wow Wow. Yeah, it's a long time ago. Hey, that was during my heyday during the 80s, so I remember it very well.
That's a classic, man. And again, one of my favorite things at that ballpark is when the crowd sings to everything I play. And that was no different. They sang along to that, and that's part of what makes our fans special, man. They love to go all out and just enjoy their time at the ballpark at Grayson. It's a good time always.
Now, you took this job way back in 2016. You were working over at a local radio station, Y100. Did you ever think this would explode to where or expanded to where it's been? I mean, here you are, disc jockey on the radio. I'm going to go do the Bananas game.
Yeah.
I mean, I couldn't imagine it. I don't think you could have either, right? And you behind the scenes, and I know you got this button going, that button going, this button going. Unbelievable.
I would have never thought after the first season. I mean, I knew it was going to be cool. And then when Jesse was introducing all these crazy non-traditional baseball things that I was introducing to the crowd with music and, playing walk-up songs for the visiting team, which is a purist. I'm like, you don't do that. I'm not trying to pump them up. But then I would play like Britney Spears for them and stupid songs that just make fun of them. But yeah, I would have never thought it would turn into what it is now. But knowing the team that I do now, I'm not surprised. I mean, like I said, status quo is never good enough. We're always trying to stretch that limit. And who knows what's next? Taking this show to Mobile is really cool, and I'm really excited for it. That's really amazing.
Well, hey, talk about, you seem to have a great pulse of the game, and just how you develop that feel for the feel of the crowd, the feel of the game, and knowing, like he said, what buttons to push to kind of get things, whether it's getting going, where it's already at this level, getting it to a whole nother level. And obviously, the baseball games going on, and you're incorporating that. But how have you just developed over the years just kind of that feel for how the game is going?
You know, it's tough because there's times where I do things and it doesn't land like I wish it would, but that's part of Jesse's thing too. You know, you can't grow unless you fail. If I don't try different things and see if they work and if they stick, then I'll never know what works and sticks. So I'm not normally afraid to do that kind of stuff anyway, but yeah, I mean, luckily I kind of have the feel of when things should be, you know, when I need to pump up a song or when I need to get the crowd going or whatever. But there's definitely times where I've played things and tried to get a laugh out of the crowd or otherwise, and it's mostly sometimes there'll be a groan or like nothing at all, like that didn't work like I planned. But it's okay because, you know, I have the full power to play whatever I want there and try different things, thanks to Jesse and let me do what I do. So there's going to be things that don't work, and that's okay. But there's also going to be things that have become, you know, big traditions, and I just, you know, I love playing around and toying with different things to see how the crowd reacts. The sing-offs, as I told you, are my favorite things, and I'll never forget this past season. I played a song that I thought everybody would just completely sing along to. It's the Pina Colada song. If you like Pina Colada. So I played it, and it stopped, and nobody sang the rest of the words. Like, it was just a groan, and Jesse's on the mic saying, "Shark, gotta try another one," like during the game. I'm like, okay. But that's okay. Like that's awesome. I love that. And so yeah, I mean, certain points of the game dictate what I play as far as pump up music and whatever. And like I told you a bunch of times, the outcome of the game isn't as important as the experience that the crowd's having. We could be losing by 6 runs, but if I'm playing something fun and they're having fun in the crowd, who cares? It's all about the experience at the end of the day.
And you're watching the Coach and AD on the internets. It's the Coach and AD on the Karl DeMasi Sports Report at Coach's Corner on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. We're talking to the Shark, the man that chomps on bananas at Grayson Stadium, Mark Ediss, and does a great job. And, you know, you were in Savannah for a long time. My question to you is now, you're pumped up about the fans. You want to get them into the game. How's your relationship with the players? Do they come up and tell you, "Hey, Shark, can you play this for me? Can you do that for me?"
It's really underrated part of my job, and I'll tell you this: the 5 years that I've been involved, met super good players, super nice players. I've not met one player that I felt like was bigger than the bananas, because that's not a thing. The bananas are the thing, and the players really have bought into it. But no, to a man, every single player that I've come across, respects what I do, appreciates what I do, and I'm not one of those guys who's like, yeah, you got to pick a walk-up song and stick with it the whole year. If they want to change it because they're in a slump, I'm saying, look, if you go like, oh, for your next 10, you better tell me to change your song, or I'm just going to change it for you. Now, everybody's been great. It's really cool how, you know, a song it's weird to say that a song can make a difference to a player's performance, but it can. And so they do change their songs once in a while, and I'm all about it. I want them to succeed. And the players, I love all the guys that we've come across so far. Really respectful guys. Clint Hardy just came back for the Thanksgiving. He was at the Breakfast Bowl series at the end of last season. Great guy. And that's the thing too. These guys that have played for us always, to a man, want to come back in some capacity to do something. So the respect that they have for the organization is awesome too. I love all those guys.
Well, Shark, we're getting into Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
We're getting into, I mean, some of our favorite times of the year.
Yes, sir.
And we're going to unload some Thanksgiving questions here for you. So I'll let you first.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, you started first.
All right, main course. What does the Shark like to chomp on for his main course on Thanksgiving Day?
I'm a turkey guy. Dark meat is what I like as far as the turkey goes, but I have to have my mom's stuffing, right? So I'm a huge stuffing guy. If I don't have anything but turkey and stuffing, I'm totally fine. Don't mind Billy there. I'm a sweet potato guy. So
we didn't get to the sides yet. No sides yet.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, before he goes though, do you like it baked or fried? Your turkey?
Baked all the way. Baked all the way.
Traditionalist. He's a traditionalist.
He's a traditionalist.
Okay. Yeah.
So then we get into obviously the side dishes.
All right.
Turkey's one thing. All right. But then you get the sides. So you started with, you already kind of let us know. So tell what kind of sweet potato though? Is it like a souffle? Is it, tell us about, what exactly that is?
I don't remember the brand name, but it's in the big can, and you dump them in, and you just kind of put them in there, and you put the brown sugar in, you put a little marshmallow around, you bake it. Oh, it's so good. My mom makes the best.
There we go.
And then the stuffing, you have to have the canned cranberry, and then I guess corn would be and mashed potatoes too. There's so many. See, I can just keep going. They're all so good.
My mother used to make a cranberry mold with pecans, not pecans, pecans and pineapples on Thanksgiving Day. I'm telling you, I miss it. God rest her soul. I haven't tried or attempt to make it. I learned how to make her Zeppelis, which I know you love. Okay,
Yeah.
but that's something that I treasure. Okay, all right, my turn.
Go ahead.
Favorite beverage on Thanksgiving Day?
I'm gonna be so boring here, dude. I don't drink really, unless the Fireball occasional shot or two.
I'm not talking about adult beverages. Any type of beverage.
Sweet tea, man. Sweet tea. Little mix of sweet and unsweet and some lemon in there, and I'm good. And I also like eggnog, which makes some people sick. I don't know. I'm a big fan.
Yeah. Little cinnamon on top. Not the vodka.
Yeah.
Don't put the vodka in it or rum.
No. Try a little shot of Fireball in your eggnog. Life changing. Trust me.
I like it.
Life changing.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
All right, all right, so
Dessert.
now we get to desserts.
Mhm.
Okay, we've had the main course. You get the sides. So what is the go-to dessert on Thanksgiving Day?
I'm gonna make you so
What
angry.
do we wrap up with that and push you into that food coma?
Well, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna make one of you or both of you angry here because I have never had pecan pie before. And I heard it's the best thing ever, so I'm going to have to try that. But I'm a pumpkin pie guy. I am. I'm just a plain old pumpkin pie guy, a little dollop, a Cool Whip, and we're good to go. It's all good. I love it.
Now, do you have anybody who makes the pumpkin pie that is your best, or are you a store-bought guy? What does that look like for you?
I would love for somebody to bake one because I've never had a homemade pumpkin pie. But, yeah, go over to the Publix and pick one up, and there we go. That's all she wrote.
I got to tell you something. That's my job. I fried a turkey and I cooked the pumpkin pie, so I got to make one for you.
Bro, yes, you absolutely do. Hey,
And about pecan pie.
yeah,
My wife's friend has a pecan tree in a yard.
no way.
She collects them all year long, and she makes a fresh pecan pie that's out of this world. I mean, as I
Yes,
say,
please.
right on, your mouth's gonna water. You know what I mean?
I mean, you know where I work, you know where I live. Let's get it going here. Deliver that thing. I'll pay you to deliver it. I don't care. Sounds delicious.
All right, I know I'm gonna throw a curveball at you, but we got to ask you, since you work for the bananas. Sorry, if you love being a banana, favorite banana dish.
Wow. Big fan of bananas Foster. That's always good. But banana cream pie.
Yeah.
There's a place right around the corner from my house. I live way too close to B&J's Steak and Seafood, right up, like literally, I can see them. Best banana pudding ever. It's so good. So.
There's so much bananas. I can tell you one. You got to get to the store. I don't know if they still are around. Ben and Jerry's. You got to go for the chunky monkey. You want some
That's good
banana
too.
ice- Yeah. So
Hey, I got some business to talk to you about real quick.
go ahead.
The 2021 banana schedule literally just released on the SavannahBananas.com. So you can still get 5-game memberships, but check out the schedule. I can't wait for 2021.
Yes, you beat me to the punchline. I was going to announce that too, but right there, the banana man himself. Sorry, the shark man that chomps on bananas all the time, Mark Ediss.
All right, so anything about the schedule that maybe is different than schedules in the past, or anything particular about the 2021 schedule?
I'll say it's easier on me last year because of COVID and all that's craziness. It was so compressed. We had games every night at some point, 3 in a row. It's actually spread out like the normal schedule is supposed to be. Allegedly, as far as, hopefully nothing crazy happens between now and banana season. Again, hopefully we're back to full crowds and all that good stuff. But yeah, as far as for my personal schedule, it's spread out more that I won't have to drive to Savannah every night. But otherwise, yeah, I mean, we got a new team in the league that's going to be cool. I think they're coming here. Spartanburg is coming to town. And, the Macon Bacon's always a great rivalry now. So we got to keep the hurting on them.
Hey, I offered it anytime you need a place to stay so you don't have to travel back down I-95.
Yeah,
I got
I'm coming.
plenty of bedrooms that are open for you.
All
You have
right,
your
I'm
own
coming.
bedroom, your own bathroom. I mean, and the kitchen will always be open to you.
All right, I'm coming down, man. I'm gonna take you up on that. I appreciate
Take
that
you
very
up.
much.
Order right here.
And I can make you some Zeppelis, and I'll make you a pumpkin pie.
Yes, call it done. One night I'm at your house. Tell your wife, make sure she knows it's all right.
Oh, she'll know it. Hey, I got a question for you. You have a cat. You have a dog. Where's the monkey?
We have 3 dogs, 2 cats, 2 ducks in the backyard where my wife's at right now, and so we got like a whole farm over here of animals.
No monkey yet?
No monkey. I can't do monkeys, dude. I don't know.
But they love bananas.
That's also true. Oh, look. She wanted to come and say hello.
Here we go. What? So who's that? Who's that right there?
This is Callie. We named her after, again, I'm going to embarrass myself or whatever, but Calliope was on Grey's Anatomy. My wife named her after Grey's Anatomy characters. We have Cooper, who's the little miniature dachshund, and then we have Kelsey, who I named after Jason Kelsey, since I'm an Eagles fan. She's a Catahoula cur. She's really cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hey, you have a good holiday. We appreciate you coming on. I know you.
Thank you.
I mean, it's a lot of fun talking to you, and seriously, you want to hear talk about a good guy on the radio? I'm sorry that he had to leave Savannah, but he's taking his show down to Brunswick, and he's doing a great job. He's the director of programming. Keep it up. And like I said, the door's always open. So if you don't want to make that late ride home, you got a place to stay.
Really appreciate that, Coach and AD, and thanks for having me. I always like talking to you guys as well. I hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving. Please tell your family. Please said the best.
Appreciate you, man.
Hey, Fansgiving, not Thanksgiving, Fansgiving.
Yes, sir. Take care, you guys. Thank you.
Talk to you later, Mark.
Thank you, man.
See you guys.
Awesome.
I mean, what can you say about the guy? I mean, he loves what he does. He's a great, director of programming, music. I mean, I used to love watching his. He used to come on Wednesday nights or Thursday nights for Savannah Banana music trivia. He does a great job. He loves what he's doing, and he electrifies the crowd.
He does, man. It is so fun. I mean, you think about when you go to a game. I was going to tell him this funny last night. We have a young guy, Burn Smith, our lacrosse coach. He's kind of runs the video board and music on Friday nights. Well, he last night when Aquinas comes out pregame, he starts playing Taylor Swift, and he goes, "Hey, this is something like the Shark would play at Bananas games." And so one of our guys texts was like, "What are you doing playing Taylor Swift?" He's like,
"It's Savannah Bananas.
It's
Marquitas. This is a shark.
Yeah.
Shark attack."
So he was playing Taylor Swift, and I was dying laughing. Everybody's looking around like, "Wait!" I said, "Aquinas is taking the field. He's playing Taylor Swift. It's awesome." Like, shut up, leave him alone. It's great.
All right, so we're going to go 3 out the door, but we're going to start with 3 steps in the door. This is what we would normally do without all the football highlights, so maybe we'll get back to it. So we'll go 3 in the door, 3 steps in the door, telling you all what went on in local sports, local happenings. Then we'll take 3 steps out the door where it's your turn to grill me, right? I grilled you last week.
Yes, you did.
We came up with that July 4th holiday. What did you have? July 4th and Thanksgiving was Fourthgiving. That's what you had.
Fourthgiving.
We'll be back with 3 steps out the door with the Coach and AD, the Karl DeMasi Sports Report, right here every Saturday morning live on the Coach's Corner Sports Network from the
Center Sports Universe.
We got to thank our sponsors. We'll be right back in 3 minutes. You got that? I'm from New York. It's 3 minutes, not 3 minutes.
Y'all.
Go get your radiator.
It's all sports, all the time. That's Coach's Corner and Thunderbolt. Coach's Corner has been voted the best in Savannah for 20 years running, and it's no wonder why. Sports, live music, delicious and generous portions of pub food, all for our fans. No matter what the season, there's always a reason to check out Coach's Corner. It's always game time at Coach's Corner. Pick your favorite sport, pick your favorite team, and pick a TV, and Coach's Corner is your place. Coach's Corner is always open for lunch, dinner, and now breakfast, Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 10:30. But remember, Coach's Corner still has takeout service. John Harrison and Coach's Corner crew has smoked Boston butts, ribs, and chicken on the grill. You can place your order by calling Coach's Corner at 912-352-2933. That's 912-352-2933. As always, make it a night to remember at Coach's Corner.
At Calvary Day School, we want our students to be fully equipped and on the cutting edge of academics, making a difference in our world. Your child will grow academically, physically, socially, and spiritually. At Calvary, it is so good to say we are one school with one mission and one vision: faith, academics, excellence, and building champions through Christ. Calvary Day School would consider it a privilege to meet with your family personally. Call Philip Lee, Director of Admissions at 351-2299. That's 351-2299.
For over half a century, when it comes to uniforms, sporting goods, or trophies, Thompson's got you covered. From cleats to caps to the best prices on the biggest brands, Under Armour, Ediss, and more. From baseball to soccer, volleyball to softball, and yes, football too. Every season starts at Thompson Sports Shop. From cutting and equipped at Thompson Sports Shop's new location, 6606 Abercorn Street, Suite 102 in Savannah. Open Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and seasonal on Saturdays. At locally owned Thompson Sporting Goods and Trophies, come see where everyone is a winner.
You still want some real New York deli and Italian food? Bada bing, bada boom. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering is open at 7630 Skidaway Road in Savannah, Georgia during this social distancing problem. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering will take calls for pickup at 912-354-2914. That's 912-354-2914 on the phone. Kabish. If you want Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering goods delivered, go to savtakeout.com, savtakeout.com to place the order. Remember, Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering, we ain't New York style, we are New York.
Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic. Your back hurts, another body part hurts all the time. It makes you mad. The pain drives you crazy. You just want to pick something up and throw it across the room. If you can, at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic, you get complete chiropractic care and pain relief to help you move better, have a less painful life, and of course, achieve a healthier lifestyle. The Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic is now located at 2 locations in Savannah, Georgia, at 329 Eisenhower Drive and Fuller at 114 Canal Street, Suite 603. So visit Dr. Bart Wetherington at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic for all your chiropractic needs.
Hey, welcome back. It's Saturday morning. It's beautiful outside. It's the Coach and AD on the Karl DeMasi Sports Report, live from
Center Sports Universe.
Right here at Coach's Corner, who is our proud sponsor. And, of course, don't forget, it's the Coach's Corner Sports Network. Wednesday night, you got Rubbin' and Grubbin' at 6 o'clock. We follow them at 7 o'clock. Well, it's going to be switched this Wednesday night. They're going at 5 o'clock. We're going at 6 o'clock. And then we'll be back Saturday morning. I know it's Thanksgiving morning. I'm not going anywhere. You going anywhere?
No, sir.
So we'll be right here back on Saturday morning.
We got too much to talk about, man.
We got a lot to talk about. So we'll be here. And then don't forget, we also have a third show on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. That's the Hot Grit Podcast with Spencer Maddock and Travis Jadon. You want to listen to something that's crazy, funny. It's adultish, too. So make sure you know that before you let your kids listen to it. And we just had a very special fourth show, which will come back in April. It was the 19th hole with Sean and Brett Herb, the Herb brothers. Unbelievable, hilarious. It's on YouTube. Go check it out at Rubbin' and Grubbin'. We're on YouTube. We're on Facebook. We're on the Coach's Corner Facebook. We're on Twitter. So it's just a lot of fun. And once again, it's all about sports. It's all local, all music, all the time right here at Coach's Corner. So we usually do 3 steps in the door. That's where we go over what's going on in sports. And then we take 3 steps out the door to end the show. But Frank Silkowski, Amy Zimmer, we thank you. They send us the football highlights of the local teams. We try to do the job that they do, but it's a lot of fun just in case you missed the highlights from the frenzy of the local teams, and we got to love it. Lastly, before we get to the sports news, the local news, John Nelson, we love you. Georgia Public Broadcasting awesome. Sportscaster. He's been in Atlanta guy. He's been 25 years working here. He's from Atlanta. Okay, he does a great job. If you don't know who John Nelson is, he's the guru of high school.
Go follow him.
Go follow him.
Social media.
I mean, one cute sports guy, Georgia Public Broadcasting Sports Division. I mean, does a great job. Then, of course, Kendall Lynes, the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic athlete, Dr. Bart Wetherington, Lisa Wetherington. I really thank you a lot because you've been doing this since day one with me. You've been my sponsor, and it's not going away. Kids love it. Kendall Lynes, great job from Savannah Christian. And, of course, the Shark from the Savannah Bananas. Mark Ediss does a great job. Love having him on. It's always a lot of fun. All right, let's go to the news that we missed. He'll do the high school scoreboard for football. I'll pick up basketball. Yes, round ball tipped off last night.
Gosh, crazy thing. But hey, we had let's go on the football action. So Thursday, all right, we had New Hampshire 48-7 over Johnston. Friday, Region 2-6A Brunswick ends Effingham season there 49-0. South Effingham gets their first win of the year with a big 28-14 win over Bradwell. Windsor Forest, in what had to be a slugfest. I got to find out, like you said, there was a 30-play drive somewhere in there that Islands didn't score on. 10-7, so you have a 3-way tie for the state championship within there. Beast takes care of Groves, 34-14. Jenkins 42, Savannah High 6. In the Region 3A, Calvary 37 over Aquinas 19. Savannah Christian 48. They take the Region 3A championship over Savannah Country Day 28. That game was really, really close to right there at the end.
Before I get into basketball, Memorial Day School, the Matadors, Blue Thunder, whatever you want to call them, the Road Warriors, Well, they were supposed to take on Robert Toombs last night, but due to a player having COVID-19, it was canceled. They were supposed to be in the first round of the Georgia Independent School Association playoff. Well, that's canceled against Thomas Jefferson. But I'm telling you, these kids came out day one during the summer, heart and soul. Tyler Helmley, the new football coach over there, these kids gave it everything, and they made it through the season until the last game. You got to give them a lot of credit. You got to say congratulations for sticking it through. You got to give Memorial Day School, the administration, of course, my man, Mark Sussman, for keeping these kids going. It's just a shame that they're not going to be able to go any further.
Yeah, it's tough. And even, basketball related, they're supposed to play in the tournament.
Right.
And I got a call from Coach yesterday saying they had to pull out as well. And unfortunately, thanks to Hilton Head Prep, they're going to jump in and take their place in that tournament so no one misses games.
So, all right, boys basketball. Yes, the round boys started last night. Okay, New Hampstead over Groves 72-52. Southeast Bullock beats South Effingham 65-53. Woodville Tompkins beats yours truly 71-41. Great game. We held tough. Woodville Tompkins, Lenny Williams does a great job out there. I'm telling you, he's a class act because with 3 minutes to go in the game, I said, Coach, I got some younger guys I want to get in. Would you help me out? Sure enough, he subbed everybody out. I subbed everybody out. So they got to play. Thank you, Lenny Williams. Woodville Tompkins, once again, they're going to be a force in that double A region. And they will play a complete region due to the fact that I know you're an AD, I'm an AD. If they didn't, they'd be put in last place and they have to go to a region tournament, take on a top seed. So, it's Chatham County Board of Ed, John Sanders and that crew. Thank you for doing that. Jenkins beat St. Andrews 55-27. Girls basketball, New Hampstead 47, Groves 15, South Effingham 43, Southeast Bullock 29, Woodville Tompkins 57, Islands 27. Today, we have a full slate of basketball. St. Andrews and St. Vincent's comes over to take on Islands. Effingham goes to West Side. Groves takes on Woodville Tompkins. New Hampstead plays Johnson at Johnson. South Effingham at Bryan County. Jenkins at Windsor Forest. And King Ridge is coming down to take on the Cavaliers to open up the basketball season because the new headmaster, who's a Savannah guy, Dr. Hunter Chadwick, great guy. That's his former school. So they set this up. This man's got to go to work at 3:30. I got to go at 4 o'clock. It doesn't end.
It doesn't. And then we're hosting tournament Monday and Tuesday. Took a tournament over from Islands and these guys with Chatham County. So I'm grateful for the coaching staff setting that up. We've had to replace some teams with COVID, but hey, we got everybody. Everybody still got 2 games. Like I said, a big thank you to Long County girls for filling in, South Effingham girls for filling in, and for Hilton Head Prep filling in at 4 o'clock yesterday. Say, yes, Coach, we'll come play. We'll take both those games Monday and Tuesday. That's why my phone's been ringing because I guarantee you the Hilton Head Prep coach asked me about 15 other questions.
And don't forget, right now, going over at the Forest Hunting Shooting.
Forest City Gun Club.
Forest City Gun Club.
Depends if you're left. It depends if you're left eye or right eye dominant. It depends on.
So if I'm right eye, it would be this way, right? Oh no, it would be this way. I don't know. I've never shot a rifle before. Well, I did shoot a rifle when I was 12 years old at the Police Boys Club, 22. But that's a long time ago. That's wow.
Yeah. So you
49 years ago.
The GHSA, Georgia Independent School Association state championship is going on at Forest City Gun Club. So many teams, guys and girls out there. I'm going to try to head over sometime mid-afternoon and take a look at it. But great. Forest City is one of the premier gun clubs in the Southeast. It hosts national tournaments all over. And this is one of the biggest events GHSA puts on. Barbara Connor runs this from Bullock Academy. She does a tremendous job, runs all these tournaments all year round. So congratulations. And I'm sure we'll have an athlete of the week somewhere in the next couple of weeks with some results here.
We can't have them do it from there because the Wi-Fi, the internet is horrible.
Yeah. We'll have to have
so, okay. We had Schaff. What was his first name? Justin Schaff. Well, anyway, from Benedictine, Schaff, the shooter. We tried doing an interview with him, and he was working. He works there also. Didn't work out, so we'll get him back on for you. Okay, the Savannah Youth Rugby Academy. We had JoJo Patton on with the head coach. They come on. They're looking for boys and girls in middle school or high school to start playing rugby right away. It's every Monday, Wednesday from 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. at the Salvation Army on B Road. If you need an address, 3000 B Road, or visit their website, the Savannah Youth Rugby Academy, or go to the social media. I think it's Rugby Academy. And if you want your son or daughter to get involved, great sport, a lot of fun. And it's growing, just like lacrosse is growing in the year.
Yeah.
Flag football now. So we got all these new sports playing. All right, that was step 1, high school. Step 2, college sports. Football. Here we go. Eagles. Go Eagles. Beat Army. That's right. Jeff Monken, former Eagles coach. This was my Saturday attire when I went to the games. You know, my son Russell played there, and I was there every Saturday with my wife, and I had to have an Eagles shirt. I have a white one or blue one, but I'm rooting for the Eagles. But they're taking on Jeff Monken. Hey, Frank Silkowski, I know you're not watching this because you're on the radio right now. I'm telling you right now, Chad, you're a history buff. There's nothing like walking on the campus of West Point Academy on the Hudson. I mean, I'm getting goosebumps right now thinking about it. I had the opportunity twice to go watch a state semifinal playoff game and to coach a state semifinal playoff game there, softball, just playing on the parade grounds. They set up softball fields on the parade grounds. It was unbelievable. And Frank Silkowski's up there. Georgia Southern players are up there. There's nothing like it. Jeff Monken loves the place. Great guy. Did a great job at Georgia Southern. So,
yeah.
12 o'clock.
Yeah, 12 o'clock. And like I said, beautiful place. And man, just looking forward to that.
Yep.
Is there TV coverage on that?
Yes. We'll get it to you right before we get out of here. Georgia State. We got to remember Georgia State is a football team in Georgia.
Yep.
A lot of our local guys play there.
Yep.
Okay, they're at South Alabama at 3:30. Then at 7:30, Mississippi State taking on Georgia. It's not canceled because COVID-19, like a lot of SEC schools have been doing. So, make sure you tune in.
Mike Leach making his first trip between the hedges.
Okay, and then of course, poor Georgia Tech.
Man,
they haven't played in almost. They're like the Benedictine of Savannah. They haven't played a month. Right? Benedictine hasn't played in a month. So it's really crazy. We got to tell them about the playoff schedule.
Yeah,
we've got to do that. That was supposed to be in step 1. All right, step 3. Okay, pro football. The Falcons are back on the field. They had a week off. They'll be playing at NOLA, New Orleans, Louisiana. The Saints at 1 o'clock. No Drew Brees. Do you believe he played the week before? He cracked his ribs the week before, came back and played the other night and cracked the other side?
Didn't know that. Hey,
Crazy.
and they've been very coy about who, Sean Payton kind of got after a reporter yesterday.
Yep.
He was asked about, hey, ESPN is reporting that, starting quarterbacks. Like, I didn't say who starting quarterback was.
Right.
I didn't
They said Josh Hill over Winston.
Yeah, so I never said anybody was starting quarterback and kind of let them have it a little bit. So I think you're going to see, once again, like last week, in the second half, a mix of Jameis and Hill coming in there. All right, so Falcons at the Saints, Savannah CDM. All right, that was last
weekend.
Yep, John Skias.
John Skias the second.
John Skias the second wins for the 4th time. Skias scored at 65 and 69, 134 to finish, 8 under par for 36 holes, and edged out runner-up Christopher Bell by 2 strokes. Savannah CM Ladies Championship went to Maddie Saxton. She has scored 74.
Only 15 years old.
15 years old. She has scored 74 and 82. Sneak pass runner-up Rachel Wan by 3 strokes. PGA Tour, Ryan Harmon at the RSM Open on St. Simon's Island. Missed cut at 1
under, and you missed the cut. 1 under.
It's tough.
Oh.
But still, 51st in FedEx,
Top.
and then 93rd in the world rankings. Gene Sauer still at Charles Schwab last week and finished tied for 13th at 7 under.
Their season over. And local soccer, Savannah Clovers finished last week. They traveled to, where is Lincoln, North Carolina?
Lincolnton?
Lincolnton or Lincoln? I don't know.
Lincoln, it is just north of Gaston County, right outside the Charlotte area. So Gaston County, Mecklenburg County. So just go straight up 77, you run into it.
They lost to the Combine Football Club, or Football Academy is what I was reading. They lost 4-0. They finished the season 3-4-3. Savannah Clovers, our locally professional soccer team. The voice of the Clovers is a good friend of ours, the baseball fanatic, as I love to call him, Kyle Lawson. So if you ever went to the Memorial games, he was the voice of the Bananas. Okay, Georgia High School State football playoffs. Okay, most of it is pretty set. Okay, 6A, Lakeside will come to the Hill. They'll take on Richmond Hill next Friday night. Right, I'll do 4A, and then you could do 3A and 1A. 4A, it's a mess. We still got one more game to go. We're playing because Islands is in it. Okay, Region 3, 4A will take on Region 2, 4A. Region 2, 4A is not set. Carver, George Washington Carver High School, Troup County High School, LaGrange High School, and Hardaway High School We won't know the outcome today because Troup County is playing Carver tonight at 1:00. So Benedictine's the number 1 seed. They'll be playing Friday night at Memorial Stadium. Islands is number 2. Right now it's set for Saturday, but if Savannah Christian is not playing Friday night, maybe we could play on a Friday night.
You probably could. They have the bye, so you can possibly go out to Pooler.
We'll go out to Pooler where everything's cooler.
Yep.
What else? Where was I? So New Hampstead is number 3. They'll travel to number 2. Jenkins is number 4. They'll travel to number 1. So Benedictine Islands are home. Good. You take 3A and 4A.
So you got Windsor Forest, number 3 at Crisp County, and number 4 Johnson at Peach. That's a tall task there
for both of them.
Johnson, yeah. Class A private. Christian gets a bye because there are only 3 teams in the Elka region with Eagles Landing, Whitfield Academy, and Landmark.
So it's Eagles Landing Christian Academy.
Yeah.
So I got it backwards. I always say Eagles Christian. Okay.
Yeah, Eagles Landing Christian Academy.
That's how we get Elka.
Yes, how you get Elka. So
Calvary, his favorite word, Elka.
Yeah, so Calvary will host Landmark, and then Savannah Country will go to Whitfield. They got a really good chance to win that game. Whitfield's got a really good quarterback, very mobile. I think Country Day can give them all they can handle. Aquinas got to go to Elka, which, hey, I tell you, Slagle, the quarterback last night for Aquinas, he is tough as nails, runs the ball really, really hard, and then they'll get after you. They hit you until the whistle and a little bit after, but they will play physical, and they'll give Elka all they can handle.
So you think Aquinas and Dublin were both Notre Dame fans because they're both the Fighting Irish?
Probably. Somebody had there. Now, I do have to say, all the Blessed Sacrament people there, they came in wearing their green and sitting on their side, but that's okay. I get it.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Get out of here. No way.
Catholic and they're Irish. They're poor for they're so here's the thing. Here's what I didn't know last night. So talking to James Leonard, the head football coach at Aquinas, the Savannah Diocese is actually over Aquinas.
Right.
I did not know that.
Savannah Diocese is so huge, it's unbelievable.
I did not realize that is their school.
Yeah, it's a big.
So I get it.
I think they cover the whole eastern part of Georgia.
But BC's not under the diocese. They're on the
St. Vincent's is.
St. Vincent's is.
So, all right, let's go on. All right, 3 steps out the door. We want to get out of here. We've been, like we say, I'm going to put on Facebook, social media. It's 9 a.m. to whenever. Who cares?
Whenever we get done.
Whenever we get done.
All right, here you go.
Number 1, 3 steps out the door.
Some Thanksgiving questions for you.
Okay.
Under which president did Thanksgiving become an annual holiday?
Calvin Coolidge? Is that far back? Teddy Roosevelt?
Farther.
Farther back? Oof. Ulysses S. Grant? I have no idea.
Abraham Lincoln.
I was going to say Lincoln.
But it wasn't until 1863 when Lincoln proclamation day of Thanksgiving on the last Thursday of November.
No, right. Thank you, Abe. You did a lot.
It was changed to the 4th Thursday under FDR, though.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, what president founded we got John Henderson, the man that's food here. What president founded Thanksgiving? They just gave it to me. Nice. We got wedding cupcakes coming up. It's a long time ago.
Right.
Hoover. How about further back? The tall guy that used to wear Abraham
yes,
Lincoln.
Look at it.
The food guy. The food guy coming up.
Get some cupcakes here.
Hey, we had a wedding here last night.
Yeah.
Anytime you got a special occasion, just call John Henderson.
They can do it all.
Hey, come here.
All.
Come here. Come around here. I don't.
He's a hardest-working guy here. Don't think he just wakes up in the morning and rolls out of bed and he makes it happen. Look how hard he's been working.
Tell the people
Look at his
how.
eyes.
Yeah. Bloodshot. Sorry, swollen. Tell people how this wedding came about.
Well, the couple, Ashley and Taylor, were actually they're Denver Bronco fans.
Right.
So for a couple of years now, they've been customers. They actually met here.
Nice.
And during COVID, they were planning a wedding, so they asked me if they could have it outside. And here we are. We had it last night. It was wonderful.
How does that make you feel that people want to come back here and celebrate things like that?
Under the circumstances, I thought it was an awesome thing to do. But,
all right.
It was fun, and it was beautiful, and it was over the top better than I thought it would be.
I know you gave Lawrence Bennett the green jacket the other night, the last night of the 19th hole show. I mean, that was fabulous.
It was great.
Now, you got something up your sleeve. We don't announce it yet.
Yeah, no, not while my wife's in the ring.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So we got weddings here. I wonder.
They had a football banquet out here. Well, not a banquet.
The dogs organization had a football banquet out here. So, hey, whatever you need, John Harrison, Coach's Corner, can handle
And he's got the perfect guy to set it up and clean up for you. Dan Foles. Where is Dan?
He's working tonight.
Okay, he's working. Don't forget tonight, we got the tribute band. You love the Allman Brothers, Sweet Melissa. Okay, what's the song on the road? The Man on the Road. I keep on forgetting that song. Rambling Man. There we go. Okay.
All right, here we go. Two
Abe
more.
Lincoln, I got it wrong.
2 more Thanksgiving questions here. All right, how do both the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade and America's Thanksgiving Parade, how does it conclude?
With ho, 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 Merry Christmas. My man Santa Claus comes down the road on the last float of the race. Am I right?
You are.
Sorry, float of the parade, not the race.
Yes.
I'm thinking of rubbing.
Always ends with Santa Claus.
Claus.
It gets us straight for Christmas. All right, last one still. Hey,
I knew that one.
Presidential question here.
Presidential question.
Which president was the first to give a turkey a presidential pardon? It's now an annual tradition.
Wow. I mean, I'll go with FDR. I have no idea.
JFK.
The
Cuban Missile Crisis and pardon of Turkey.
just so you know, just because I'm Roman Catholic, the first Roman Catholic president, and now we got the second Roman Catholic president, Joe Biden.
There we go.
Did you know that?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
The man of faith here. He follows his faith. So once again,
history buff too. So.
We got a lot going on. Okay.
Also, hey, I gotta say this. He's gotta let me do it. All right, Addison Griffin, my 12-year-old daughter, turned 12 today. Happy birthday, baby! I love you. Went and got you donuts and stuff this morning. House is full of girls. All right, and hope you have a great birthday day. Love you so much. So proud of the young lady you're becoming. So here at Coach's Corner, Coach DeMasi, myself, happy birthday.
And you know what's funny? Hayes' son and Addison are both taller than him.
Yes.
And taller than their wife.
Yes, they are.
So,
without a doubt.
You sure the mailman didn't have anything to do with this stuff?
No, her family's very, very tall.
Oh, family's tall?
Family's tall. Dad was like 6'3". Mom's like 6 foot.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'10", maybe.
And how tall is Sherry?
5'7". She's a run of the litter. Her two sisters are almost 6
Addison's about 5'8", 5'9" now?
She's almost 5'8". Hayes is 5'10".
So, I mean, they're bigger than their parents.
Crazy.
Okay. All right. Happy birthday, Addison Griffin. Great girl. Always a lot of fun. And she's coming out of a show. I mean, the first time I met her way back when my son was, she wouldn't say a word to you. Okay.
Not now, boy.
Not now.
She's hitting her stride.
All right. Georgia Southern football. You could watch it here at Coach's Corner, 12 o'clock, 12 noon. They are on CBS Sports South at 12 o'clock today. So I got a lot to do. I got to make out a big mention at 12 o'clock at Wiley's Barbecue. Okay, because they were part of the getting me a sponsor for the Karl DeMasi Sports Report 5K Coaches for Curing Cancer Run. I'll be donating $1,500 to Coaches for Cancer, and then I'll be donating $500 to the Chris Coakley Foundation. We're going to do it 12 o'clock at Wiley's Barbecue. I got to thank Nate Schaefer. I always get this wrong. Sports Squared Agency. Did I get it right?
I think you did.
Okay, Sports Squared Agency. He helped me set it up in the world of COVID to raise $2,000 to all the runners, to Bahama Joe's for the shirts, especially to Mark Cameron, Philip Howe, Pam Howe at How to Run Running Store for setting up this race, and of course Savannah Endurances with Dan Pavlin. It was a 5K, 10K race for all the people that came. Savannah State football players helping monitor the course. It was a great event, and once again today, 12 o'clock. $1,500 going to the Coaches for Curing Cancer, the man himself, Tim Adams, that's who started that, and then $500 to the Chris Coakley Foundation. And I think the young man might have signed with an NBA club. I'm not sure. I'm not allowed to say anything. But Chris Coakley, it's pretty special.
It is. Well, looks like we got another guest coming up.
All right, so I got to get my voice back before 6:30 tonight. It's hurting. I'm telling you, it's hurting. But once again, it's the Coach and AD. Chad, always another great show.
Appreciate you.
Always a lot of fun. Remember, every Wednesday night, from 7 to about 7:45, that we only go about 45 minutes on. Well, sometimes we go for an hour on a Wednesday night. Then we come back and we do Saturday night. John Travolta, gotta love the guy, the Bee Gees. Saturday morning live with the Karl DeMasi Sports Sport, the Coach and AD, from 9 to whenever. It's on Facebook Live, Karl DeMasi Sports Sport, Coach's Corners Facebook page. It's on YouTube channel, the Karl DeMasi Sports Sport. It's on Twitter. Hey, we can't be on the radio, but we're doing it on the internet, and we're having a lot of fun doing it. So enjoy the rest of your weekend. Whatever you may be doing, always hit it out of the park today. But until Wednesday night, may be your best week
Have
ever.
some turkey.
And you know what we're going to do?
We're going to follow you. Yeah.
We're going to mask up. You got yours?
Somewhere in my pocket. I'm wearing jeans for the first time in like a year, so I have no idea. I can't get.
Okay, well, I'll mask up for
He'll
us.
mask up for you.
All right. Wash your hands, social distance. God bless, and we will see you on Wednesday night at 6 o'clock, not at 5 o'clock.
Yes, gotcha.
And thank you for always watching.